Your brain for success. You know, I grew up believing there wasn't enough. Not enough money, not enough opportunity, not enough time, not enough good breaks. For a boy like me, and maybe you felt that too, that invisible wall, that voice that says, people like you don't get ahead. Life's already decided your place. One day, I was sitting in a small classroom, head down, hoping the teacher wouldn't call on me, because I was labeled jukable, mentally retarded. And I'll never forget, my friend nudged me and said, Les, the teacher's name. I froze. In her eyes, she said words that rewired my brain in that moment. Don't you dare let someone else's opinion become your reality. That day I realized something. The world outside is loud, but the world inside, that's where your real life is decided. And if you don't train your mind to think abundance, to think possibility, to think God's provision is limitless, you will live in a prison that doesn't even have a lock, except the one you built in your mind. So I'm here to ask you a question. Are you living like life is scarce, or like life is overflowing? Because here's the truth. You can't step into abundance with a scarcity mind. You can't expect to climb if you're chained to the belief that there's nothing up there for you. Abundance isn't just money, it's joy, it's peace, it's love, it's opportunity, and you were born to walk in it. Today, I want to take you on a journey to rewire your brain for success. And it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about transforming the way you see yourself, your circumstances, and your future. The shift begins in the mind. Let's be real. Success doesn't start the day your bank account fills up, or when your business finally takes off, or when your family says, "We're proud of you." No, it starts long before any of that. It starts in the invisible, quiet, powerful place that no one else can see, your mind. The mind is the soil of your entire life. And whatever seeds you plant there will grow into the harvest.
Let me show you how to set your alerts so that when the market is making a move, you don't miss it. Hear about it before you see about it. We're going to go up to Allbar Elite, CEM 10X2. You do this on whatever pair that you want to get your alerts on. Come to the three dots and then click alerts. Just make sure that you are on the time frame that you want to be on. You can adjust your notifications, so what sounds you may hear.
Hey,
test your sounds
take a look.
Once you're fine with the sounds, if you want to put in a message, you can. And just create. And that is it. And your alerts will pop up. When you see them, they'll pop up in the left-hand corner here. Then you'll be able to click on the message and it'll take you right to the alert. And here in this section here, it'll give you information about the alert. As you can see, it's telling us that our TP4 was hit in this trade. Thank you very much. And that is it. And that is how to set your alerts. God bless. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side of profit. Grand New Rising and Grand Rising. And y'all like, what alerts? I don't see any alerts. I don't even see you screen. What you talking about? Because I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my people's people. What's going on, everybody? Good news, great news. The news keeps getting better. Y'all already know. Tell somebody, call somebody, text them, Instagram them, Facebook them, YouTube them. I don't care if you got to go and reach out on Black Planet. Tell them, get on your MySpace and tell them you got some great news that they're not going to believe. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the good news is. That is remarkable and it's better than the news that I gave you yesterday. Shout and repeat and tell everybody that God woke you up today. You are here to see another day. He did it. It's on and popping. The world better look out. You know what I mean? Because God's blessings are real. So with that being said, let's get ready, get this trading session started. Bring me some background music or something, because I'm ready. Both TPs were hit yesterday. Let's go. Let's get it. We on the roll. I don't know if y'all can hear that music, but I can't. Go ahead and get this dropped on in the chat. Let's get this thing started right. Tanya's in the building this morning. She said no sound. No sound. I don't believe it. Down check. Check 1, check 2 in the place to be. Y'all let me know if you can hear me on the 3. Dun, 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 dun. Bars. Does that count for bars if I go old school like that? Does it? Well, maybe I'm not on. Maybe it won't count as bars if y'all can't hear me. I think I'm being heard now. I think I'm being heard. Okay. Bars. Let's go, y'all. Let's get it. All right, Tanya, I know y'all can hear me now. I know you can see my screen. I was talking to the other people's people. I just dropped the video in the chat. You'll find that in the chat over there in Telegram. All right. Word of the day. Let's drop that word of the day and stop playing with them. Just wanted to make sure y'all could hear me first. Uh-oh, that's the wrong one. That is not the word of the day. If I could delete that. All right. Time for that word. Let's get it, y'all. You know how we start our day, like we start our life, right? We like to trade the way we live our life by putting God first. Do everything without grumbling or arguing. Philippians 2:14. When you do something for somebody, do it with a cheerful heart. Be glad about it. Put a smile on your face. Why so serious? Let's get it, y'all. This is Coach Choc in the building, aka Chocinhood. You already know Sunshine is in the building this morning. It's brought to you by Allbar Elite. Come on, y'all. We do this Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central to 9 a.m. Central. What else is it? Talk to me. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Y'all, come on. Like this thing. Go over to allbarelite.com. All of our social media handles are there. And you can follow us on Facebook. Give us a nice little follow on Facebook. Disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only. Past profits not guaranteed future results. This company is not guaranteed profitability on any trade decisions that you make. Trade at your own risk. But if you want to know how to trade like we do, then we just ask you to go on over to
take a look.
allbarelite.com.
Take a look.
Click on this link right
Take a
here.
look.
That's all you
Take a
gotta
look.
do. Just click. We got trades already coming through. Trades already coming through. Alerts, alerts, alerts. See what it is. Oh, here it come. Here it come. Ladies and gentlemen, here it come. Here it come. Oh yeah, it's about to go down, y'all. I had to stop talking because I'm trying to readjust my trade before I even get on the screen with y'all. I'm trying to, that ain't right. Look out for the people. Look out for the people. Okay, I gotta let y'all see what I'm doing. All right. Where we at? 8 a.m. Central, we back where we started from? All right, that's cool. All right, y'all. We got the word. Let's go ahead and let's jump into this news, y'all. Let's jump into the news. First thing is first, we got to see the news and see what the news is newsing. All right, we are here, August 27. 2-7. Who that? Talking about 2-7. Who that? Who that? Old school call. Y'all know nothing about that. That's only Milwaukee know about that. All right, y'all. We got lemons and limons jumping off. Lemons on limons. Stir it up. Give me some agave in mine, please. No sugar. All right, and in other news, we have orange photo news in an hour. It's about 9:30. Orange photo again, 9:30. Category 2. Look like limons over here, y'all. Orange photo for USD in 3 hours. Orange photos again over here for NZD in 11 hours. And that is 12 hours for JPY and Euro in 14 hours. Hey, y'all, this is it. You know, sky's looking pretty clear. Still want to be careful because there's not a lot of volatility in the market. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom, chicka, boom. All right. You know how we do it. Don't be scared. Let me know what you are looking at. If you're looking at something or if you have questions about a trade, let me know. Let me know. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Somebody asked a question. That scared me. All right, y'all. TP smash from yesterday. So it's pretty cool. I'm liking it. I don't know if y'all like what you see and what's happening. We are getting it in. So let's take a look around and see what's happening in the market today. right. We're going to start over here. I mean, I'm almost looking at use chef again. I think I want to go use chef again. I think I do. We'll take a look at that and see. Take a look at that and see. Let me just zoom in on that and see what we have. I'm going to have another showing tonight if anyone is interested and would like to see the system or the indicator. I've got a couple of people that I'm looking to help. If you would like to take this on a test drive, then I'd like for you to send us an email and let us know that you are interested and would like to get that Zoom link for tonight. Okay? Hit us up. So that is going to be at support@allbarelite.com. Support@allbarelite.com. Let's take a look real quick here at use chef. Just want to see what we have. Yep. I like it. So let's just go back in, save ourselves a little trouble of looking around. You can get this in right now for use chef. That would be great. Get this in for use chef. That would be good. And for my pip eaters, if you're wondering, this will be a great one. Just let your dragon get a box. Not a lot, just get a box. Just feel like dancing with this music on. Man, doing the salsa. Salsa, please. All right, so my entry is going to be 0.8012 That's 4 threes. 804444. And then my TP for this one is going to be 0.80333. Okay. 0.80333. And if you're a pip eater, you can take that same entry and just take it down to your next box. Maybe 3-4 more pips. Not much, but you'll see the actual number that it really is. Just take a look at your box and see. All right. As you can see, we did get a call here and got a quick little TP right here. I mean, it wasn't not much, but I mean, great call. Long TP smash. Let's get this off the screen. Don't want to confuse anybody. You can even look at the hour time frame for your blue box pip eaters. Look at the hour time frame for your blue box on this trade if you want to. UCAD as well could be setting up for a repeat. Don't know if you want to look at something different or if you want to do it again. And consolidating, just playing back and forth here. UCAD has, but we can take a look around and see what else is going on. Maybe you want some Euro JPY in your life. Now switch it up. We got a nice pullback here. I mean, nice uptrend going. Market's pushing up. It's really nice, which just makes me want to put in a sale. And you can see that market jumping up there. So if they're buying, I'm selling. That's what I'm saying. So how do they say that? If you're selling, I'm buying. Whatever. Never been that hip guy. Stay hippity hoppity with the word. All right. Could be. Wow, I think this is perfect, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is perfect. Let's just take a look here. Let's get this lined up. Let's get this lined up, and then let's get this lined up, and then we'll get this lined up. You guys, I don't know what I'm messing with y'all. All right. So I'm gonna do this. I like this. I almost want to push it up a little bit more instead of waiting so long for it. I almost want to come up to like here with it. I can get her done. You know what I mean? I can get her done. All right, that's what I'm looking at right here. Euro JP to the Y. Why? You want to know why, you ask me? Okay, I'm going to put mine in first, and then I'll explain to you. Okay, I'm going into my Euro right now, and this is going to be a sale stop. My entry is going to be 171.485. 171.485. TP is going to be 171.793. That is 171.379. And for my pip eaters, you just want to see this real quick. Y'all want to see why I said what I said. All right, I'll show you why I said what I said when I said. Just look at the system. Let's look at the system here. Let's pull it up. Did you see that? Did you see that? There's a sell alert right there. Mr. Red is in the building. Drop. Entry, TP, smack 'em, jack 'em, flack 'em. And we out. That's all I'm saying. We got a sell alert on this. That's all I'm saying. So just imagine if you had this system, you would have got this sell alert. You would have been in this trade up here. Here's another opportunity we got for another trade to take. Boom. And that's where we're at. Okay. So that's it.
Hey, take a look.
Hey, take a
Hey,
look for Euro
take a look.
USD.
Take a look. Hey,
Euro
take a look.
USD. So I can take a look at Euro USD real quick to see what's happening. Was that a Euro call that we just got? That was the Euro call. Repeaters, if you have a system on locked and loaded, you can check out the Euro USD trade that is called. It's still good. If you look at this in an hour time frame, you can see another way to look at it. I'll kind of be I'm looking at this again. I'm not really I wouldn't expect that whole thing from the hour with the USD. Yeah, it's possible. It is. It's a stop loss into profit type of deal. Most definitely can see the potential in it though. So slow moving groover. All right, enough of me talking. Let's get to some real deal Holyfield.
Think abundance, wiring your brain for success. You know, I grew up believing there wasn't enough. Not enough money, not enough opportunity, not enough time, not enough good breaks. For a boy like me, and maybe you felt that too, that invisible wall, that voice that says, people like you don't get ahead. Life's already decided your place. One day, I was sitting in a small classroom, head down, hoping the teacher wouldn't call on me because I was labeled jukeable, mentally retarded. And I'll never forget, my friend nudged me and said, Les, the teacher's calling your name. I froze, but that teacher looked at me, and with conviction in her eyes, she said words that rewired my brain in that moment. Don't you dare let someone else's opinion become your reality. That day I realized something. The world outside is loud, but the world inside That's where your real life is decided. And if you don't train your mind to think abundance, to think possibility, to think God's provision is limitless, you will live in a prison that doesn't even have a lock, except the one you built in your mind. So I'm here to ask you a question. Are you living like life is scarce, or like life is overflowing? Because here's the truth. You can't step into abundance with a scarcity mind. You can't expect to climb if you're chained to the belief that there's nothing up there for you. Abundance isn't just money, it's joy, it's peace, it's love, it's opportunity, and you were born to walk in it. Today, I want to take you on a journey to rewire your brain for success. And it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about transforming the way you see yourself, your circumstances, and your future. The shift begins in the mind. Let's be real. Success doesn't start the day your bank account fills up, or when your business finally takes off, or when your family says, "We're proud of you." No, it starts long before any of that. It starts in the invisible, quiet, powerful place that no one else can see, your mind. The mind is the soil of your entire life, and whatever seeds you plant there will grow into the harvest you live in tomorrow.
Problem solved. Fiverr's got talented freelancers for anything we need. Yeah!
The team kept growing their business with Fiverr freelancers handling a variety of tasks. Sam was promoted after introducing Fiverr into their workflow. And Eric? Well, he got fired after overfeeding the boss's fish. Hire a freelancer today and start your own success story.
If you fill it with weeds, doubt, fear, and scarcity, those weeds will choke your dreams before they even sprout. But if you plant seeds of faith, expectation, and abundance, you will reap a life that reflects those beliefs. The truth is, your life will always follow the direction of your most dominant thoughts. If you believe that life is just about surviving, your brain will go to work to make sure you never thrive. You'll notice only the obstacles, you'll focus on the lack. You'll miss opportunities because your mind wasn't trained to recognize them. But when you begin to think abundance, to truly believe there's more than enough, something changes. Your eyes open. You start spotting possibilities in places you never looked before. People show up, ideas come to you. A door you didn't even know existed will swing wide open because your mind is finally tuned to see it. God designed the human brain with a remarkable truth. It becomes a magnet for the thoughts you dwell on. It pulls toward you the people, the resources, the circumstances, and even the emotions that match your mental focus. Think long enough about problems, and problems will multiply. Think long enough about possibilities, and possibilities will multiply. It's not magic, it's alignment. You are aligning your vision, your words, your energy, and your actions with what you've been rehearsing in your head. I had to learn this the hard way. There was a time in my life when every thought was a reflection of fear. Fear that I wasn't good enough. Fear that my past defined me. Fear that no matter how hard I tried, I would never make it. I walked around rehearsing my failures in my mind like a broken record. And you know what happened? My life matched my thinking.
Hey,
Doors
hey,
closed. People didn't take me seriously.
Hey,
opportunities passed me by. Not because God wasn't willing to bless me, but because I was too blinded by scarcity to recognize the blessings when they showed up. The shift began when I made a decision I was going to rewire my mind daily, not weekly, not whenever I felt like it, every single day. And rewiring doesn't happen by accident. You have to be intentional. For me, that meant replacing doubt with faith. When my mind whispered, "You can't do this," I spoke back, "With God, all things are possible." It meant replacing fear with expectation. Instead of waking up bracing for bad news, I woke up looking for good news. It meant replacing weakness with possibility. I stopped saying, "Don't have what it takes," and started asking, "What can I do today with what I have?" Here's what happens when you commit to thinking abundance. Your mind starts scanning the environment differently. Instead of filtering out opportunities, it starts filtering them in. You'll meet someone in a grocery store line who ends up connecting you to your next big break. You'll notice a skill you've always had but never valued, and suddenly you'll find a way to turn it into an income stream. You'll see the silver lining in a setback because your mind has been trained to look for growth instead of loss. Thinking abundance isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about deciding that no matter what life throws at you, there is still more for you to discover, more for you to create, more for you to give. It's about choosing to live in the truth that God's provision is limitless, not just for other people, but for you. And when that belief moves from your head to your heart, you'll find that your actions naturally follow. You'll take more risks. You'll talk to more people. You'll put yourself in rooms you once thought you didn't belong in. And the amazing thing, the world starts to respond to that energy. This shift isn't a one-time event. You don't fix your mind in one moment and stay there forever. Life will keep testing you. Scarcity thinking will try to creep back in. Doubt will knock on the door again.
Take a look,
but the difference is, once you've experienced the power of an abundance mindset, you'll never be satisfied going back to the small, cramped space of scarcity. You'll know too much. You'll have seen too much. You'll have felt what it's like to wake up with possibility in your veins. And you'll do whatever it takes to protect that. So if you want to step into abundance, don't wait for the money. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Don't wait for someone to validate you. Start where you are, in your mind. Begin today to plant new seeds. Speak new words.
I interrupt this program to let you know that we have more alerts coming in and trades that we could take at the moment.
Take a look. Take a look. Hey, take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Hey, take a look. Take a look. Take a look.
The market is dropping like it's hot. It is calling off some good stuff. So
imagine a bigger future. Guard your thoughts like treasure, because they are. Because the moment you shift your mind, the moment you start thinking abundance, that's the moment your entire life begins to change. You are not your circumstances. I need you to hear me on this. Where you are right now is not the final chapter of your life. It's not even the whole story. It's just the page you're on today. And yet, so many people confuse their current chapter with their entire identity. They start believing that the season they're in is who they are. But your circumstances are not your name. Your struggles are not your identity. Your present reality does not have the authority to define your future unless you give it that power. I know this because I grew up in a place that screamed limitation. I was born into poverty, labeled educable, mentally retarded in school, and raised in an environment where opportunity felt like it lived on the other side of the planet. When you live surrounded by struggle long enough, it's easy to start thinking, this is just how life is for people like me. But here's the truth. People don't get stuck because of where they are. They get stuck because of what they believe about where they are. If you look at your life right now and all you see is lack, the bills piling up, the empty fridge, the doors closing in your face, then your mind will begin to whisper, this is you, this is your life, get used to it. And that's dangerous, because once you let your present conditions define you, you stop trying to change them. You settle, you shrink, you stop asking, what's possible for me? And start saying, guess this is it. But let me tell you something. I've met people who were born into wealth who still live like they're broke. Not in their bank account, but in their mind. And I've met people who were born into nothing who became unstoppable because they refused to let nothing define them. Your circumstances might explain where you start, but they do not have to dictate where you finish. Think about it. A seed planted in rocky ground can still grow into a strong tree if it pushes past the soil and reaches for the light. You may be in rocky ground right now, in a job you hate, in a neighborhood that feels hopeless, in a family that doesn't believe in you. But none of those things have the final say. Your roots can grow deeper. Your branches can stretch higher. You can rise. When I was starting my speaking career, I had nothing but a burning desire and a belief that God wasn't done with me yet. I remember standing outside of radio stations, waiting for a chance to talk to someone who could put me on air. Most people ignored me. Some laughed. And there were days I thought, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But every time that thought came, I reminded myself, this is my situation, but it's not my identity. I am more than my rejections. I am more than this moment. You see, abundance thinking requires that you separate your self-worth from your circumstances. If you tie them together, when life hits you, and it will, you'll start to feel worthless. But when you know who you are in God, when you know you were created with purpose, your sense of value stays steady no matter how rough the storm gets. You can be broke, but still rich in vision. You can be overlooked, but still seen by the one who matters most. You can be down, but not out. Some of you right now are in a season where everything looks like a dead end. But let me remind you, even a dead end can turn into a new beginning if you take a step in a different direction. Your job might be temporary. Your living situation might be temporary. Your pain might be temporary. But your potential, that's eternal. And it's bigger than whatever you're facing today. The danger is when you let temporary situations make permanent decisions for you. I've seen too many people give up on their dreams because of a bad year, a bad break, or a bad season. But the people who walk in abundance are the ones who look at the darkness and say, this isn't who I am. This is just where I am. And where I am is not where I'm staying. I believe God allows us to go through certain places not to break us, but to build us, to develop our faith, our resilience, our hunger. Sometimes He'll put you in a situation where nothing makes sense, so you can learn to trust Him above the noise. And when you come out on the other side, you'll look back and say, stronger because of where I've been. I'm wiser because of what I went through. I'm grateful I didn't quit when quitting felt easier. So if you're in a tough season right now, don't let it rename you. Don't let it tell you you're not worthy of more. Speak over yourself what God says about you. Declare it before you see it. And remember, your circumstances are not your destiny. They are just the training ground for the abundance that's coming. Break the scarcity programming. We all come into this world with a blank slate, but it doesn't stay blank for long. From the moment we're born, our minds start getting programmed, not by choice, but by the voices, beliefs, and experiences around us. We inherit mindsets from our families, from our culture, and from the struggles we live through. If your parents always said, money doesn't grow on trees, chances are you still carry the belief that money is hard to come by. If you grew up hearing, don't get your hopes up, you might still find yourself lowering your expectations so you won't be disappointed. And if you were taught that success is only for a chosen few, you might unconsciously believe that no matter how hard you try, you're not one of them. This programming runs deep. It becomes the background music of your life, so familiar that you don't even notice it's playing. But it shapes everything, your decisions, your risks, your relationships, your ability to dream. Scarcity thinking whispers that there's only so much to go around. It tells you that if someone else gets the promotion, the opportunity, or the spotlight, that somehow means there's less left for you. Scarcity thinking makes you see life as a pie where every slice someone else takes leaves you with less. And if you believe that you will live small, play safe, and see others not as potential partners, but as competition to beat. I had to stop replaying those old tapes in my mind and start recording new ones. And that's not easy, because those old tapes have a way of hitting repeat When
Hey,
life gets tough,
take a look.
when I first started in my speaking career, I would see other speakers getting booked, getting standing ovations, making big
Hey,
money,
take
and
a
my
look.
first thought,
Take a look.
fueled
Hey,
by
hey,
scarcity,
take a
was,
look. Take a
if
look.
they're winning, I
Take
must
a
be
look.
losing.
Hey,
There's no
take
room
a
left
look.
for me. That kind of thinking will choke your potential before it has a chance to grow. But then I began to notice something. The people who were truly successful weren't operating from scarcity at all. They weren't hoarding opportunities. They weren't afraid to share the stage. In fact, they were collaborating, referring each other for gigs, exchanging ideas freely. They understood something I hadn't learned yet. Abundance says, there's room for all of us.
Hey, take a
Abundance
look.
says,
Take a look.
your
Hey,
win doesn't take
take a
away
look.
from my win.
Take a look. Hey,
Abundance
take a
says,
look.
the more we lift each other, the higher we all rise. When I shifted from competition to collaboration, my life began to expand. I stopped seeing other people's success as a threat and started seeing it as proof that success was possible. If someone else could do it, it meant it could be done. And if it could be done, it could be done by me too. That change in mindset opened doors I didn't even know existed.
I interrupt this program to let you know that the take a looks that you are hearing in the background are actually TPs that are being hit from other trades, and they are still coming in. TP3. See if we could just kind of take a look at some of this. TP on GBP USD, TP on USD CAD, TP on the Russell, Facebook GBP USD, or Facebook hit TP. So this is the trade from yesterday on Facebook. We just got that one. So if you are hearing these bells ring, you can't even keep up. There's another TP for GBP USD. Euro USD just hit TP2, ladies and gentlemen. Just hit TP2. All right, back to our regular scheduled program. Let's go.
I began partnering with other speakers, sharing resources, and recommending them for opportunities I couldn't take. And you know what happened? Those same people started sending opportunities my way. My world got bigger because my mind got bigger. Breaking the scarcity programming also meant changing the way I talk to myself. Words are powerful. Scarcity sounds like, I can't afford this. There's never enough. I'll never catch a break. Abundance sounds like, how can I afford this? There's always a way. My time is coming. That shift in language was more than positive thinking. It was reprogramming my brain to look for solutions instead of problems. And once your brain starts looking for solutions, it finds them. Here's the thing, scarcity programming isn't just about money. It's about time, energy, love, creativity, opportunity, every area of your life. Some people believe they can't find love because all the good ones are taken. Some believe they can't take time off because there's too much to do. Some believe their best ideas have already passed them by. That's scarcity. And the tragedy of scarcity thinking is that it causes you to live as though the world is closing in on you, when in reality, God's blessings are endless. But here's the good news. Programming can be rewritten. Just like a computer, your mind can be updated with new beliefs, new habits, new ways of thinking. It starts by becoming aware of the scarcity messages you've been living under. Ask yourself, Where did I learn to think this way? Once you recognize the source, you can challenge it. You can start replacing "there's not enough" with "there's more than enough." You can replace "I have to protect what I have" with "I can create more of what I need." When I embraced abundance, I began to understand that life is not a limited pie. It's a bakery. And as long as you're willing to learn the recipe, you can bake as many pies as you want and share them with others too. That's the beauty of abundance. It grows when you give it away. The more you help others succeed, the more success finds its way back to you. So, if you want to walk in abundance, you have to break the scarcity programming. Stop rehearsing the old lies. Stop believing the myth that someone else's blessing means you're running out of chances. Start collaborating, start sharing, start lifting others up. When you do, you'll discover something powerful. The world is far bigger, far richer, and far more generous than scarcity ever allowed you to.
I interrupt this program to let you know that we just had a trade that was called on Facebook. Just put Pips on Facebook. Pips on Facebook. You are Facebook. Remember, go over there and check that out as well. Let's get it.
Believe. See through the eyes of gratitude. Gratitude is the fertilizer for abundance. It's the thing that takes whatever you have, no matter how small, no matter how incomplete, and multiplies it in your spirit before it ever multiplies in your hands. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already here, and that shift changes everything, because the truth is, what you focus on expands. If you're constantly looking for problems, you'll find them everywhere. But when you train yourself to see what's good, your brain becomes a treasure hunter instead of a fault finder. And once you start living that way, you realize that even in the middle of challenges, you are surrounded by blessings. I remember a time in my life when I couldn't see much to be thankful for. I was struggling financially, doors were closing, and nothing seemed to be moving in my favor. Every day I woke up with the weight of stress on my chest, and the first thoughts that came to my mind were about what I didn't have. I was in the habit of lack, rehearsing everything that wasn't working. But then I came across a truth that stopped me in my tracks. You can't live in abundance if your eyes are fixed on scarcity. And gratitude is the antidote to scarcity thinking. So I decided to start small. Every morning before I checked my phone, before I got out of bed, before I let the worries of the day creep in, I named 3 things I was grateful for. Sometimes it was as simple as, I'm grateful for another day to live. I'm grateful I can breathe without pain. I'm grateful I have food in the kitchen. Those small acknowledgments didn't change my circumstances overnight, but they changed me. My energy shifted, my focus shifted, my expectations shifted. And when your internal state changes, your external life begins to change too. Something amazing happens when you live in gratitude. Your mind starts scanning for more reasons to be thankful. Suddenly, you notice the kindness of a stranger, the warmth of the sun on your face, the laughter of a loved one, the little victories you used to overlook. Gratitude tunes your brain to look for the positive instead of the negative. And here's the thing, that's not just a feel-good exercise, it rewires your brain. Scientifically, gratitude activates the parts of your brain associated with joy, peace, and resilience. Spiritually, it aligns your heart with the truth that God has already blessed you beyond measure, and more is on the way. A grateful heart says, there's already so much in my life. And when you live from that place, you send a powerful signal to your mind and to the world. I am ready for more, but I'm already rich in what I have. That kind of energy draws more blessings. It's like watering a garden. The plants you nurture grow. If you nurture bitterness, bitterness grows. If you nurture gratitude, abundance grows. I've seen people with very little live in overwhelming joy because they focus on what they do have. And I've seen people with more than enough live in constant dissatisfaction because they focus only on what they don't have. The difference isn't in the bank account, it's in the heart. Gratitude doesn't mean you stop striving or that you ignore your challenges. It means you refuse to let what's missing steal the joy of what's present. There's a beautiful thing about Gratitude. It can turn ordinary moments into miracles. A simple meal.
All right, you already know what time it is. Word of the day comes from Philippians 2:14. Do everything without grumbling or anger.
Hey, take a look. Take a look.
Right?
Hey,
You know,
take a
you
look.
got
Take a
job
look.
to do, no matter what that job is. You could act one or two ways. Your first reaction could be you could be mad or grumpy that, your spouse asks you to take out the trash, or your spouse asks you to wash the dishes, or clean the bathroom,
Hey, take a
and
look.
you get an attitude. You could be mad. Or you could just go ahead and get that kind of stuff done. Take care of it. And then do it with a smile on your face. And do it quickly. Not walking towards the job, stumping or mumbling up under your breath. Because what that is going to do, that is going to put that in the atmosphere. And it's going to change the mood in the house. That grumpy, unhappy feeling is going to spread. In that same second, you will just say, you know what, I'm going to do what needs to be done and keep the peace and show a good attitude. This verse is about how we do things. God knows we have to do things we don't always enjoy, like chores, homework, taking out the trash, doing the yard, But he says that when we do these things, we should try our best to do them without extra noise or complaining and arguing. A cheerful attitude. Your wife may ask you to, rub her back, scratch her scalp. Your husband may ask you to pop his big toe, the long one. You know what I mean? You don't want to do it, but just get it done anyway. Smile about it. Okay? But that's basically what this verse is saying. So let us pray. Lord, I admit that sometimes I grumble. Sometimes I'm angry. Sometimes I'm frustrated. Sometimes I'm just tired and complaining. When I have to do something or when I'm asked to do something that I don't want to do, please help me to have a better attitude. Do not let it show on my face and let it fill my heart with the joy that I'm physically able to do these things. I know some people aren't. When I'm asked to do chores or, a favor for someone throughout the day today, help me to do it. Whether it's something that my spouse wants or a friend, allow me and help me to do it with a cheerful spirit, without arguing. I want to bring peace to my household, to my environment, and wherever I'm at, and not grumpiness. In your holy name, I pray. Amen.
Can become a feast. A conversation with a friend can feel like gold. A walk outside can feel like freedom. And when you start valuing the little things, you realize there are no little things. Every breath, every heartbeat, every smile is part of the wealth you already carry. Gratitude also makes you more attractive, not just in the physical sense, but in the human sense. People are drawn to those who appreciate life. Opportunities flow toward those who radiate thankfulness because they are easier to work with, easier to trust, and easier to believe in. Gratitude is magnetic. It makes you someone others want to help, someone they want to see win. When you approach life through the eyes of gratitude, even challenges take on a new meaning. You start to see setbacks as setups. You look at obstacles and say, I may not understand why I'm facing this, but I'm thankful for the strength I'm gaining through it. That's the language of abundance, not pretending that life is perfect, but finding the good even in the imperfect. So, if you want to rewire your brain for success, start here. Not with more money, not with a bigger house, not with the perfect opportunity. Start with gratitude for what you already have. Make it a daily habit. Speak it out loud. Write it down. Share it with someone. Let your heart overflow with thankfulness until it becomes the lens through which you see everything else. Because once you start seeing through the eyes of gratitude, you'll realize something powerful. You were already standing in abundance. You just needed to open your eyes to see it. Speak the language of abundance. Your words shape your world. They are not just sounds that leave your lips. They are seeds you plant into the soil of your future. Every word you speak carries power, and that power can either build your dreams or bury them. The way you talk about your life, your abilities, and your possibilities is either opening doors or closing them before you even knock. I had to learn this the hard way because for a long time, my mouth was working against my destiny. I was speaking doubt, fear, and lack, and then wondering why my life was full of exactly those things. I remember saying things like, I can't afford it, without realizing that every time I spoke those words, I was training my brain to stop looking for solutions. That phrase was final, absolute, and it shut down creativity. One day, I made a conscious decision to replace it with, how can I afford it? That tiny shift turned a closed door into an open question. Suddenly, my brain went to work looking for possibilities instead of excuses. I started thinking of new ways to earn, new ways to save, new ways to create. The change wasn't just financial, it was mental. I went from shutting down my future to opening it up with my words. The same thing happened when I shifted from saying, I never get opportunities, to declaring, opportunities are chasing me down. It felt strange at first, almost like I was lying to myself. But I realized that faith speaks before it sees. You don't wait until the evidence shows up to start speaking abundance. You speak it because you believe it's coming. Words create expectancy, and expectancy changes the way you move. When I started saying that opportunities were looking for me, I found myself acting as if they were just around the corner. I dressed differently, carried myself with more confidence, showed up to events I might have skipped before, and engaged with people I might have avoided. And because my energy changed, my results changed. Abundance has a language, and it's the opposite of the language of scarcity. Scarcity says, I never, I don't. Abundance says, I can, I always, I do. Scarcity talks about limitations. Abundance talks about possibilities. Scarcity reacts to life. Abundance speaks life into existence. And here's the beautiful thing. The more you speak abundance, the more your subconscious mind aligns with it. You start to notice things you used to overlook. You begin to attract people and situations that match the frequency of your words. The Bible says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. That means you can literally talk yourself into defeat, or you can talk yourself into victory. And the way you speak isn't just about the big, dramatic statements. It's in the everyday moments. It's in how you talk about your job, your relationships, your health, and yourself. If you constantly say, I'm so tired, you will feel more tired. If you say, I'm full of energy and strength, you will start to carry yourself differently, even if your circumstances haven't caught up yet. I've met people who speak lack fluently and wonder why they can't seem to break free from it. They talk about what's wrong more than what's right, about what they can't do more than what they can, about what's missing more than what's possible. And I've met people who speak abundance naturally. Every conversation with them leaves you feeling uplifted and empowered. The difference isn't luck, it's choice. They've chosen to speak what they want to see, not just what they currently see. One of the most important shifts I made was speaking abundance, even when I felt fear. Fear will tell you to be silent. Fear will tell you to wait for proof before you declare anything. But abundance thinking understands that words are part of the proof. The moment you start speaking differently, your inner posture shifts. You stand taller, you believe deeper, and you start acting in ways that match the vision you've been declaring. Changing your language.
All right, we have 1 minute left, and Nothing has activated so far. We're still here, right? I'm going to still keep what I have on the screen here. I'm going to still keep this. I'm going to still keep this. Let's just take a look at what this looks like, just to kind of see. This zone hasn't been activated, but we still, have potential. We could expect a pullback, but I'm still in here. We're not in this trade. All right. So it hasn't activated, but I'm still just going to hold on. All right. That is it. Thank you very much for joining and watching. If you have any questions, y'all please reach out. Don't forget the word of the day, Philippians 2:14 NIV. Be cheerful, y'all. All right. Thank y'all again for watching, because y'all could have been anywhere. Really appreciate it. God bless y'all. And we hope that you have a wonderful day, and even a better evening. All right. Y'all take care. God bless.